Hello everyone, this is going to be a chapter review of Tokyo Revengers chapter 228. Now I know this is a little bit late, and this is because there's a bunch of rolling blackouts in my country, in my the area where I stay. And literally just yesterday we had no power for like the entire day. So for literally most of this week I couldn't record, I couldn't edit, I couldn't do anything. And yeah, power's back, and so yeah, I'm gonna try and do my best to catch up on the videos of Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, and of course this one, Tokyo Revengers. I'm also planning on doing a Red Hood video. I was gonna do it this week, but I might have to push it back to next week. So yep, sorry if you were waiting for those videos. I can't really do them at the moment. But yeah, there's gonna be an announcement at the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. And let's go on with the review. 40. This chapter starts off running with Benkei and Wakasa versus Tyrannos. South tries to throw a punch at Wakasa, but Wakasa dodges and kicks out in the face. And then Wakasa just starts, channeling his inner fidget spinner, because this dude's just flipping through the air like a spinning top and starts kicking South in the face 3 times, like triple flip kicks everywhere. 1, 2, 3. And one of the no-names explains it best by saying that Wakasa is fighting like a fucking bird. South at this point is seeing doubles, but he don't have time to look dizzy, because Benkei right hooks South so hard that he knocks South back 2 whole ass meters. Benkei and Wakasa are the strongest duo for a reason out here. Wakasa with his bird-like agility, moving through the air like he's flying and shit. And then we have Benkei with his god strength, man. His Superman strength going wah everywhere he goes. And damn, these two are strong. And Coco realizes this, and he's like alarmed and asks Mikey, yo Mikey, is this okay with you? Looks like Brahman's gonna win this fight if South goes down. And Mikey's like, you think so? Coco's like, yeah, man. Don't you see this shit? Those two are beasts. South doesn't stand a chance. I was like, nah, this ain't done yet. Keep watching. And Coco's like, yo, what do you mean? Oh my god. South pulls an Undertaker and just sits back up. And then he starts monologuing about his backstory, like every good villain. And the drill was in the last chapter, I believe. South kills his father figure out of love, according to South. South removes his jacket and to then show everyone his bullet wounds and tells everyone about the house raid incident and how he lost his mother and shit, and how he's been struggling between life and death and all that crap. And he goes on to say, and I quote, I can't escape these violent urges. Mikey takes note of South's words and likens his urges to Mikey's own dark impulses. South then walks up to Benkei and Wakasa. The very thought of being beaten by the likes of you two, it makes my violent urges get stronger and stronger and stronger. Evil. In a violent rage, South had beaten both Benkei and Wakasa senseless. South then quickly just calms down and calmly says, thanks to these urges of mine, I've come to love violence. You understand, don't you, Mikey? Takemichi and Takeyomi at this point just look in shock after witnessing so much of South's monstrous strength. Everyone is on edge. And you think all hope is lost. But then, the princess of Brahman and the main girl of Tok Rev, Kawaragi Senju, steps forward. Don't worry, Wakasa. I'll be the one to beat this monster. South smiles. Vivace. And with that, end of chapter. Well, that was a pretty hype chapter, wasn't it? Of course, this is the thoughts and opinions portion of the chapter review. There's gonna be an important announcement at the end of this, so stay for that. And yeah, let's get started. So, Benken Wakasa's defeat. I don't think they're totally out. South still has the members of the S62 generation, the former Tenjiku boys, that South will probably have a use for in this arc. I doubt Waku would bring them back just to have them do nothing. And of course we have Haruchio on Mikey's side. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced that Benkei and Wakasa are still gonna fight someone. Maybe Benkei versus Kakucho, both strong men in their own right. And Wakasa and maybe Takeyomi and Wakasa working together to beat the Haitani brothers. That would be pretty fucking cool. That'd be pretty fucking cool. Then there's Mochi. Shit, what happened? What happened to Mochi? Then there's Kokonoi. I thought Kokonoi's gonna fight. He's probably gonna sit back and let things roll out. He's kind of sneaky that way. I thought Kokonoi's gonna put himself right in the danger. He's gonna stay right behind Mikey where it's safe, like a smart little bastard. But I don't know about Mochi and Haruchio. They're probably gonna be fighting in the front lines. So yeah, maybe Takeyomi versus Mochi, and then we can have Wakasa versus both the Haitani brothers. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Wakasa versus two Haitanis, 2 against 1. Wakasa's agility and the Haitani's teamwork. What's his name? Rindo's joint locking techniques and his submission, all that shit. And then Ran with his batons and weapons and playing dirty because that's what Ran does. So yeah, I can see this working out. But I didn't expect Benken Wakasa to actually be beaten that easy. I know South is strong, but I didn't know it was gonna be that easy. But yeah, I doubt they're out. They still have a lot of fights to go through. I wonder what Takemichi's gonna do. He hasn't done nothing but just sit with his mouth wide open. I doubt Takemichi's gonna be fighting South, because he stood his ground against Taiju. He stood his ground in the Tenjiku fight. But this is South. This guy would fold Taiju like a pack of, I don't know what was yeah. What I meant to say was he'd fold Taiju like his morning laundry, like dirty laundry. That's how badly Taiju Shiba would have lost against Toronto South. Izuna, I'd say, Izuna's like Mikey, sub Mikey level. That's now I'm gonna get into some stuff here, because in my opinion, Mikey, South, Izuna, and probably Kawaragi Senju, if depending on how well she does in this fight against South, are like top 4 strongest gang bosses ever in the Tokyo world right now. Of course, Izuna's dead. That'll be a cool fight, have Mikey, Izuna, South, and Senju all in one fight, just going with a whole battle royale. Cause if Senju beats South here, then she got my respect. She got all that respect. That's probably not an easy feat considering how much we know about Tyranno's South. We know that he's on the same level as a Mikey. And to have Kawaragi Senju beat Tyranno's South, that's a big ass deal. So I don't know how this Senju versus South fight's gonna go. I initially thought that maybe after that Mikey would step up to South and then they'd have a quick brawl and all that shit. But now that doesn't seem to be the case. It's gonna be Senju versus South, and I'm really excited to see that. And yeah, if you noticed, like back lots of chapters ago, I don't know, what was it, chapter 215? It was somewhere between chapter 210 and 218, in that ballpark, where we actually saw a little bit of Senju, fighting. He had a very similar style to what Wakasa did, because Wakasa had some backflip drop kicks and all that shit. Senju also had something similar, and she used that fight against South in that quick little skirmish back in the crossroads and everything, back when Draken was alive. So yeah, I have faith in my girl. I got faith. I just hope nothing bad happens. And anyway, South and my I've spent way too much time talking about one thing. What was the other thing? Yeah, South and Mikey's impulses. Sorry. So South and Mikey seem to have something like a connection here. Like Waku is probably trying to draw some parallels between those two, and how Mikey and South both have like very violent urges that cause them to do stuff that they normally wouldn't want to do and know they're wrong, but they just can't stop themselves from doing it. It's like it's in their nature, second nature, to do these things, to be violent, to fight, to commit crimes and all that, so to like seek out power. And yeah, it's very messed up mentality they got. And I'm sure we'll have more revealed about that in the future as we learn more about Mike. Because I'd assume we're going to be learning a lot about what's going on inside Mikey's head. Because it's still a mystery. We know he's going insane, and I've drawn up my own conclusions on what's happening, those of which I will explain in a separate video. And yeah, South and Mikey seem to be very similar in some cases, and I really want them to fight. If Senju wins this, that probably won't be possible, but I do think proper interaction face to face between South and Mikey would be really cool and would give us a lot of insight into both characters. Give the characters some depth. Mikey already has a ton of depth, but more depth than they already have. Hope I'm coming off real clear in this video. I doubt I am. I'm probably not, but I hope I am at least. And let's go on to Senju vs. South. I already talked about that. And yeah, that was the last thing on my list. So we're gonna move on to the announcement I had at right now. Alright, so we've reached 10 videos, and that My Hero Academia video I dropped not long ago, yeah, that's the 10th video on this channel. And to celebrate, for all 14 subscribers, I'm working on a special Tokyo Revengers video to explain my theory as to why Mikey is the second time leaper. I already have some of the evidence drawn out. I just need to write the script and then edit the video and all that shit. But it's probably gonna come out within the next week or the next 2 weeks. So do look forward to that. One of my Jujutsu Kaisen videos is almost at 6-9 views, and that's pretty nice. I'm a 12-year-old. But to celebrate 6-9 views, I'm going to start working on a special Jujutsu Kaisen video. So get that video to 6-9 views. It's at 6-7 at the moment. So 2 more views is all we need. And while we're on the topic of Tokyo Revengers, as soon as Tokyo Revengers is done, I'm going to make a Mikey character analysis video. And I'm also going to make a video on, ranking ranking the Tokyo Revengers gangs in my opinion, from like 1 to whatever number else I get. Give them a ranking out of 10 for different categories, and that would say where they placed among other gangs in Tokrev. And I'll be doing that when this channel reaches 20 subscribers. Alright, so 20 subscribers, that video is going to come out. And I'll also do best arcs in Tokyo Revengers in my opinion. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but it's probably going to be a milestone video too. So look forward to that. And yeah, I think that's about it. So if you like this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I'll do my best each and every video to make these videos better, even if it's just a little bit, just to make them a tad bit more bearable for all those watching. And yeah, bye bye.